Ashburn U16AA1 fans, this is your streaming extraordinaire partner, Dan Reitzacker, here at in Bristol, Pennsylvania, Bristol Borough, near Ben Salem, wherever the heck we are. The boys have just taken the ice. We are here so this is the other rink for this particular championship series, where we are playing the Haverford Hawks over here in Burgundy. I will probably call it red. I'm going to just decide right now to call them red. And we're in white because it's hopefully the stream is better than this morning. I went back and watched the footage this morning, which seemed like it was erratic. Actually, Luke watched most of the game. He started watching the YouTube feed and then quickly discovered that was so jerky it would be good for a second and then bad for a second, that he watched the feed off of the recording off my phone, which I tried to upload, but the Wi-Fi was not terrific at my place we're staying. So we'll get to that tonight. I will upload that video. It should be easy to do since it came in as a single file. It does not require any editing. So I will get that posted probably tonight, the re-upload of this morning's footage, and we'll see how it does today. I did an early test as usual before the game, and rink Wi-Fi was unusable. I got like 1 or 2 frames a second, but we got great bandwidth on 4G. So thanks to today's broadcast, brought to you by AT&T, the rapacious bastards who are providing my internet service on my phone. Also provided to you by the United States government that is paying for that plan. This is my work phone that I use. We have an unlimited data plan, so that's fine. I'm allowed incidental use. So, as always, today's broadcast brought to you by YouTube. Thanks, Google, for providing a mostly free service. If you're not familiar with it, consider YouTube Premium. Every now and then I use YouTube when I'm not logged in, and I have to watch ads. Hi, Joel. If you've got a large family, if you have 6 people to share it with, or 5 people to share it with, YouTube Premium seems to be relatively affordable. It just depends on how much YouTube you watch. Of course, it's one of those things that once you're paying for the service, it becomes more attractive. So I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. Probably more than appropriate. But I guess, if you look at the statistics of, that they say about how much Americans watch television, I do not watch television. So maybe it evens out. Either way, the Haverford Hawks, a team we're playing, got pummeled this morning, I believe, 5-0. Versus Team Philadelphia, I think, is who they play, if I remember right. They're the number 1 team in this particular playoff series. So, unsurprising, and I think versus the Hawks are the 6th. So they're the bottom rung, and Team Philly is the top. Will Mellon will be in net for this evening, I believe. He will start in net. Hopefully he will finish in net, because if he doesn't, that means he's either hurt, his equipment's broken, or he's playing really poorly. None of which we would wish on anyone. Ireland is back after a suspension. As is Coach Fleury. And there's much shouting. I can't hear what the shouting's all about. Are they trying to figure out who the scorekeeper is? Or we're supposed to have parent volunteers to man the box and scorekeeper. And apparently those decisions were not adequately communicated in advance. So I think that's the shouting that's happened. By self-electing myself the team videographer, I've ducked out of those duties for the entire season. And which is nice. So there's Michelle tiptoeing her way across the ice to do the penalty box, and I think I'm not sure who was doing the score sheet, but we are about to provide somebody for the box for the score sheet. The other team, on the other hand, does not have anybody in their box either. So there is no safety net in front of the stands on this rink. So if the video suddenly goes out, it's because I got hit in the head with the puck. All right, face-off taken by Tinscher. Puck came to Sam Seagar, as opposed to Steven Seagal. All right, they're going to pass it out. It'll be picked up by Spencer at the blue line. He passed it through the neutral zone to Sam. Sam's going to flick it in back into the backyard. Kyle chases it, trying to steal it back, which he's there in time. He actually does with some aplomb. That's your vocab word for the day. I will try to remember to lock the exposure. Aiden Harrison, long pass out to the blue line, but intercepted. Shot, stopped by Mellon. Aiden off the boards, again stopped at the blue line by number 16. This time, I think Aiden got it over the boards into the Ashburn bench or something like that, and stopping the clock at 16 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first period. It is remarkably cold in here, and I do not have gloves. I'm just going to comment on that. So if the camera starts shaking, it's because my fingers are numb. I'm wearing a nice warm jacket and long johns. All right, number 20 steals the puck away, takes a shot wide of the net. Mellon lets it go by. Mason picks it up, lofts it down to the center where it gets Schneider briefly to stick on it. Jarrett going to pursue it into the zone. Cross to Landon, he's in close, and he's it over to Schneider, who taps it in. Three-way, that's Will Schneider for the first point on the board. Assist from Landon Street, fed by Jared Ireland. The trio. Putting that first point on the board. Time of goal, there is 15 minutes and 55 seconds. So we've just got a minute, 5 seconds into the game, and we put the first point on the board. Score is 1-0 Ashburn. Jared Ireland taking the face-off. I predicted that Jared will be the high scorer MVP, only because he didn't play this morning, and so I have chat with his dad, buttering up his dad. All right, there's a nice pass out to the spot by the Hawks, but they missed connection, and it's coming all the way out to neutral zone where Landon almost got it away. They're going to get it back, send it in. Our defense will pass it across, and bounces off somebody's stick way up in the air. Mason and Noah are just practicing passing back there. Mason gets it long. It's past Schneider. Jarrett's going to go chase it, pick it up in the corner. Tries to feed it into the center where Landon skates past it and it'll be turned around by the Hawks. Number 3 through the neutral zone. Poked at by Matt Johnson, and Mellon's got it covered. Clock stop with exactly 15 minutes left. Michelle giving a little heart and a wave. All right, who's that wiped out back there? I think Matt Johnson. Joey in the corner feeds it along the boards up to Shane, cross into the center where Jack picks it up, gets shoulder to side, or at least he crashes into number 15. Shane will drive it back in. Nice pass through the slot, but neither Joey nor Jack could get there in time to actually drive it in. Joey trapped along the board. Jack fishes it out. It's going to be picked up by 14. He'll get out to the neutral zone where Miles Blessed finds the pass to Shane. Shane drives it in, shoots. Goalie bounces off of him in a weird way. I'm not even sure which part of his body it hit. They'll drive it along the boards. Johnson will chase it. It's going to come back. Stop by Mellon behind the net. Johnson picks it up from there. Under some pursuit by number 14. Jack off the boards to Joey, drives it into the zone, hits the brakes. Into the paint where Jarrett was ready to try and tip it, or just snap it in back door. Didn't work. It's going to comes out to Spencer. We're behind the net now. Pursued by Osterberg. Pursued by Jarrett. Jarrett and Osterberg are both chasing that puck. Jarrett hands it off to Aiden. Aiden pokes at it along the boards. They'll get it out. It's going to come back to Jarrett in the neutral zone, covering for Aiden's position. Ashburn tried to slap it down as it went into the zone. He'll trace it into the corner. Hammer to the boards. Grayson's right there to help. 2-on-1. Ashburn pauses the beat, hoping it's going to sneak out. It's behind his feet. He doesn't know where it is. All right. Spencer stops it at the blue line. Unfortunately, just past the blue line. Cross ice to Aiden. Aiden lost it into the near side corner, giving Ashburn a chance to do a little personnel changes while the Hawks set up for a reattack. Number 3 for the Hawks dumps it. It skates weird. I mean, pick on anybody, but it's just he's got a very like hunched shoulder movement. You know, whatever works for you, I guess. Spencer Combs visually looks odd. Spencer gets it around the boards. It'll be picked up by number 3, kept in the zone. Around the net, that's Aiden, picks it up, takes it behind the net, finds the pass to Paul. Paul chips it back to him. Aiden will take it into the zone. Fades back in the corner. Centering pass right through. Sham could not get the shot off. Paul picked it up on the far side. Hands it over to Kyle at the point. Kyle fades in, drops it over back to Aiden, who fires off the goalie's pads. Sam hits the gas trying to get it back. Number 3 drives it out into the zone, pass up to 88. He's going to dump it as most of his team is doing a line change. Kyle picks it up the corner. Stalls a surprisingly long time. Spencer helps out. He's going to send it around to Paul. Paul picks it up near the circle in our defensive zone. Lofted all the way into the center where 2 different players for the Hawks tried to glove it down, couldn't, and Jarrett took it into the zone. Lost it immediately in the corner. Number 7, he's going to try and get it back. Hawks pass it out to 44. Sorry, I'm trying to shift hands with the gimbal here because my hand's numb quickly. 16 dumps it. Mason will pick it up in the far corner. Turns it back around to Noah. Noah, looking around, there's a little shove there from Jarrett. No whistle on it. Nice pass up long off Schneider's stick. He's going to go to the corner. Landon's going to race to get there. And he wipes out and hard into the boards. Picking himself back up though. Just couldn't, he came in fast trying to outrace the kid and then didn't have the brakes. Out to Mason, across to Noah. Noah's looking for something. Sends it in off the outside of the net. Around the boards from Landon. Behind to, it's Ireland was behind the net. Looks for that shot in close. Landon's there. Goalie stops it with his pad. It's back into the corner. Along the boards, Noah stops it with the corner, turns it back, but doesn't get it far enough. It's going to roll down and be icing on the Hawks. Fresh legs for Ashburn comes out. Actually, most of the Hawks looks like, I think they changed 1 player, but most of them have stayed. We got 10 minutes, 32 seconds. Ashburn's up 1-0. Greenland with face-off. Jack got a stick on it there briefly. They'll try to send it around. I think that's Miles. Hits the gas along the boards. Sends it back to the other side. Jack snaps it back along the boards. Tries to keep the play going. Hawks will bring it out, number 5. And there's a whistle. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Maybe across back and forth of the line, so they're doing an offsides call. That seems like likely. I didn't see what the gesture was. Number 15 skates it through the neutral zone. I think that was Jack chipped at it, and Miles sent it long. It's going to come back along the boards to Johnson off the glass, very long. Number 3 chases it. It's going to be icing. Fresh legs again for Ashburn. Grayson Cantorella lining for face-off. Dylan Osterberg, Landon Street for offense. Spencer and Dylan out there. I guess it's, Oh, Aiden's there. No, I don't know what I said. All right. Disregard what I said. All right, puck skating out to the center. bad bounce off of the skate of number 16. Landon Street picks it up, shoots, goalie's got it in his glove. Catches it like Kobe. Wait, is that a bad joke? That's probably a bad joke. Grayson Cameron took the face-off. Landon got the quick puck and got a shot, saved by the goalie. Dylan got a rebound shot, flicked a little too high over the net. Cross ice back to Dylan. I'm not sure who sent it, but Dylan's going to skid it around. Gets wiped out. Grayson got a stick on it. Spencer has to hit the gas, and there'll be a breakout here by number 88. Penalty for something. Cross-check on somebody. I think it's this guy. This guy who's climbing into the box. So cross-check on, I don't know, the Hawks. We'll just say the Hawks. Number 16, Molsky. I'm sure it's pronounced Molesky, but it's funnier to say Molsky. And Ashburn will have a 2-minute power play. 9 minutes 12 seconds. I'm not dyslexic. Paul fires from close to the blue line. Bounces out. Number 9 sweeps at it. It's going to come back to Paul at the point. Cross to Sam. Sam tries to sneak it through. It's going to be off the goalie's pass. Kyle over to Paul. Off balance. He has to go back for it. Finds Aiden in the corner. Off somebody's stick and way out over the safety net into the corner. 8 minutes 45 seconds left in the first period. We're up 1-0. Minute 33 left in the power play. Aiden, after the drop, sends it into the corner. Kyle flicks at it. Aiden back around the boards. I think that's Kyle went back out to Sam. Sam crossed to Paul. Paul skated in, looking for a hole. Defense is doing a nice job shifting. Not seeing anything, so he'll send it back to Kyle behind the net, behind the line. Into the center, Shane hammers it in twice. The second one finds the back of the net. Shane assists from Kyle Tinshirt. 8 minutes, 16 seconds left in the period. Ending the power play the best way. Paul Allison, Aiden Harrison. Who else was out there? Sam Seeger all out on the ice. And, of course, Will Mellon. Cheering from his crease. Let's see what the other lines can do. Jared Allen will take the face off Landon Street, and who's that? It's Schneider. I should remember who's on which line. You know, they do shift, so it's not always easy to remember who's on which line. Jarrett tries to hammer some kid in the boards. Doesn't really work, but Will gets the puck back, hands it back to Jarrett. Jarrett tries to get it to Will, gets past him. Mason comes in to help. Will hand it back to Jarrett behind the net. Jarrett, from his knees, feeds it back to Mason, who hands it back to Jarrett once he's back on his feet. He's looking for something. Tries to get into the center. It was bouncing. Schneider almost got a shot off, but not quite. They'll bring it out. Mason boxes the player up, giving Jarrett a chance. How did he get back there so fast? It's almost like he's got skates on. All right, Landon gets tripped as he goes into the blue line, crosses the blue line, but the refs don't care. They just don't. They don't like calling stuff here. Schneider along the boards out to Landon. Landon tries to center it where Jarrett's waiting. Intercepted by the defense before he can get there. They'll pass it up to their offense. Number 4, Finnerty. Behind the net, bouncing out into no man's land. It's a foot race. It's going to come all the way out. Landon Street will pick it up as it gets to the center line. Brings it in. Tries to skate single-handedly through 4 defenders. That's much even for Landon. They'll dump it into our backyard, drawing the whistle and stopping the clock for icing. Joey Greenland taking the face-off. Puck's going to come back to Mac Johnson at the blue line. Keeps the play going. Leaves it back to Shane, but it was bouncing and kind of bounced over Shane's stick. The number 3 for the Hawks, drives it all the way down where I think that's Joey, took it away from him. Hits the brakes, turns it around. Matt Johnson giving him a little bit of cover. Tries to get the long pass to Shane, but intercepted by 53. Knocked aside by either Matt or Joey as it went by. Joey feeds it around to Jack. Jack fakes some kid out, finds a pass to Matt Johnson. Matt's going to drive it into the neutral zone. Takes his eye off the puck. Feeds it up to Shane on the second try. Lofted but gloves down by Miles Blessed. He tries to get it out and hits the official, stopping at the blue line. Number 79, whose last name appears to be Rink. There's something ironic about having a player named Rink. Miles Blessed chased it all the way through the neutral zone. Gets boxed up by the defense, loses the puck. But he got into the zone. Nice pass to 88 Red. Tries to shoot. I think it was knocked aside. Cross ice, off to nowhere. Dylan picks it up. He's going to drive it into the zone. Knocked away by number 9 Red, I think. Long. Missed pass to 86, Corba. I think his name is Corba. I like that. Their jerseys are a nice contrast on the names. We've played a few games where the jerseys for the other team are hard to read. These are not. Of course, it also helps that I have my glasses. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by my glasses. I can do things without them, but it's sometimes hard. Hockey is like the worst distance for me. All right, that's Sam Seeger along the boards. Gets it to Kyle. Kyle tries to get it in. Slow, because I think he got somebody trying to lift the stick. It's just kind of dribbled in. Sometimes that's the worst. Paul Allison getting double teamed there in the corner. Teammate Kyle comes in to help. Little coverage there. Help Paul get it loose. Circles it around. Dumps it into the corner under a little bit of pressure. Gets it to Sam. Skates it out. Back into the corner to Paul. I was about to give him compliments on the two of them on the nice energy management, but it didn't work as well as I thought it was going to. Spencer keeps the play going. Hammer from Aiden Harrison. Goalie holds on to it. I do have a tendency to give people a hard time sometimes on the stream as I run my mouth nonstop for an hour and a half trying to keep things entertaining. So I apologize if I ever say something unkind. You know, you should think twice before you say something unkind to someone, because then maybe you can come up with something twice as insulting. All right, drive there by Ireland. He took the drop, drove it right up to the net, and then proceeded to knock it off as he crashed into it. We got 4 minutes and 19 seconds, I think. There's a light out on the clock. Come on, hesitating. Score is 2-0. Schneider takes a shot after the drop. It's going to come back out around. He picked up. Noah forces the number 44 to pass. Misses a connection, and Mason gets it around the boards back to Noah. Turned back around. Mason will get it up to the blue line where Will helps it across. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Jarrett. Jarrett does a nice little spinning pass behind his back to Will. Does not connect though. Shot from the blue line. Mellon grabs it, drops it, hands it off to Noah. Noah finds the pass, perfect pass to Schneider. Schneider drops it back to Landon, his little backhanded thing to Ireland. Noah got a shot off in there. Ireland couldn't get the shot off as he was trying to get oriented. Ireland out to Schneider. Schneider crossed through the paint. Landed and watched it go by. That was a good try. A little scuffle there in the corner. I think that's Jarrett. It's landed nearby. Looks like I thought they did in fact kind of outstick Landon. Noah fed it back to him, Landon to Mason. Mason up to the line to Schneider. Schneider fires wide of the net. It's going to come back around. Joey's there just in time to keep it going. Although it's a little 4-on-1 there. Johnson cross to Mason. Mason gets it up to the red line, dumps it. Suick picks it up near side corner. Ties up the player, giving Jack a chance to fish the puck out. Jack, sneaky little drop there. Didn't quite work. So sneaky that even his teammate. All right, Joey keeps it going. Last second. Johnson will stop it at the point, but all right, there's Jack. Tries to center it to Joey. Too many defenders there. Joey out to Miles at the point. Miles winds up. Hits 14, it's in the slot. Jack couldn't get a shot off. Johnson chips it back in. So many slaps at it. Goalie eventually sips on it, stopping the play. There were a bunch of opportunities there between Shane, Jack, and Joey. Miles from the point. Eventually, I guess when the goalie fell down, he knocked the net off. I'm not sure if they stopped it because he was sitting on the puck or because the net came off. Look at a fascinating conversation with one of the officials this morning's game. He was telling him that the net was off, and then the ref explained, like, yeah, I don't like to blow the whistle when the net's off if it's, you know, if they might clear it. That's going to be icing. It's like, I don't want to stop the play for no reason. All right, let me fix the exposure here. He said, like, you know, if they get it out of the zone, then you can put the net back on. And if they score, if they put it in, then it won't count because the net was off. And Luke's like, how much would it suck to, like, be trying to do an attack and then, you know, the ref knew the net was off and anything you do is not going to count. Like, all right, there, nice. Spencer tried to take it behind the net. I think that was Aiden trying to hand it off up to Grayson. Missed the pass, defense for the Hawks. I think that was Spencer up to Jarrett in the corner. Jarrett looking as he cycles around 53, giving him a hard time. Now somebody else giving him a hard time. Jarrett off the shin of 53. Grayson back behind the net. It's going to come around to Spencer at the point. Spencer lifts it, dribble across the blue line. Gets it back up to Jarrett. Little scuffle here. I lost the puck. Where is it? There it is. Bouncing, and I think it briefly came out of play, hit one of the players who was on the bench or something, and we will pick it back up. You got 1:05 left in the first period. We're up 2-0. Kyle takes the face off. Puck's gonna come out. Number 20 gets it to the red line and dumps it. Noah will outskate the two players chasing him, but he gets double teamed and they'll get it back into the slot. Mason knocks it away. Nice. Up to the line from Noah. Hands it up to Paul. Paul off Sam. Shoots, and it's in. Beautiful shot by Paul Allison. Nice pass by Sam and Noah. I think I was Noah to Paul to Sam and back to Paul and to the net. Nice. Make it look easy. Score is 3-0. We got 44.1 seconds left in the first period. With the 2-0 advantage, it's easy to feel like, oh, we're dominating. But I will remind you that we were down 2 points in the last game and ultimately came back. So 2 points in the first period ain't nothing. These guys were good enough to make it to the playoffs for AHF. They can't be pushovers. All right. Matt Johnson hustling to get out in front of number 20. Successfully does that. Just outskates him. And then, like, almost clobbers this poor kid who comes up with the puck. Brings it in behind the net, and there's a little scuffle shoving there with Jarrett and the offensive player. I think the puck was on the outside of the net, it looks like, when the ref picked it up. So I'm not going to give any penalties for whatever just happened out there. Just nice. Jarrett taking the drop. Gets it to the line. And there's going to be a penalty on Jarrett. He's going. Just as the buzzer sounded, just hammered some kid. Official is looking disgusted. I'm not sure that was wise. I mean, he may have felt like it needed to happen. I don't know. But the hardest thing about my friend getting hit by a train was making it look like he wasn't pushed. I have a friend who told me he never got married because his in-laws didn't have any children. I'm still trying to figure out what that means. You know, the first few weeks of Weight Watchers are hard. You know, you're really just trying to find your feet. I get really anxious when my hard rock collection is out of order. The doctor says he thinks I have OCDC. All right, we will start on a penalty kill with Jarrett in the box for just hammering somebody. And Aiden Harrison, picking up the puck after the drop, has decided to try to play golf as he lofts it with a 2-iron into the distance. There's a whole little Happy Gilmore thing going on here, Aiden. Grayson Pantarella taking the face-off is going to come back to the defense for the Hawks. They'll do a nice pass across and drive it into the zone. Aiden turns it back around. 88, D'Ambrosio has to go back and chase it. He'll pass it up to 86, drives it through the neutral zone. Spencer swings at it, but just keeps the kid distracted for only a moment around the boards to number 16 behind the net. Out to number 3 at the point. Jack gets it away from him. There's clear ice between him and the goalie. Hammers it in. Grayson goes back and fetches it. The rebound is not. Grayson was right there for that rebound, but it came out on the wrong side. All right, loose puck, bad pass there, and Grayson backhands it. Number 3 will chase it. Long pass up, and we're shifting back to defense. Slap shot off the post and out. Rebound taken by number 86. Mellon could not shift fast enough, and that'll put a point on the board for the Hawks. I mean, Mellon was not awake, I think, for that one. First one was, lucky that it hit the post. And wasn't able to wake up in time for the rebound. So we will, of course, that does end Jarrett's penalty, so we are no longer in a penalty kill. That was a power play goal. Joey takes the face off. Noah chips it back. They'll pass it into no man's land. 44 chips it past Mason. 7 hits the gas, will pick it up. Just in time for Noah to shove him out of the way. Mason picks up the puck in the corner, tries to get along the boards. Looks like Joey's going to pick up behind the net, and he'll have enough space to figure out what to do with it. Skates it up to the line and over. Number 9. Hammered into the boards, giving Joey a chance to steal that puck out. Gets the shot off through the paint. It was a little bit wide, I think, under defensive pressure. Shane got it back to Joey right in the slot. Could not get the shot off. Under pressure. Lofted out to the middle. Number 7 struggles to get it past Shane and Noah. It's going to end up kind of sliding almost past Will. He covers it. It wasn't even really a shot so much as just a missed pass. Easy cover. Both teams could use some fresh legs out there. And we will see Grayson's line with Sam Seeger and Dylan Osterberg. take the ice for the offense. Miles and Matt for defense. Matt Johnson tries to send it out. I think he hit the official as he tried to clear it. 16 lofts it way up. Again, into the center. Pad save there. Will scoops it in and covers it. Officials checking the net there. Jared Ireland's line takes the ice. Defenseman Aiden on D. Aiden tries to clear it, and number 14 just gets a stick in there. He has to go back and do it again. He'll get it out of the zone the second time, but number 16 will pick it up and send it back in. It'll be offsides, possibly all the way down. In fact, it is. The officials agree with me on that one. It's a good time to remember there are sober kids in Africa. Drink all your beer. Grayson Cantarola takes the face off. Ends up with his own puck, chasing back behind the goal line and skates it around. Dzance knocks it away. Dylan gets it back, feeds it back to him, and it's in off of Shane Sewick's stick. Just tipped in past the goalie. Shane Sewick with putting fourth point on the board. Assist from Grayson from Dylan. 14 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second period. Ashburn's up 4-1. Grayson Cantarola take the face off. Shane Sewick off the boards into the zone. 53 will pick it up, pursued by Osterberg. They hit the gas, can't get past it, and they'll get it up to the center line and dump it. Aiden will turn it around quick. Back out to Shane, off of his stick, in the zone. Dylan tries to steal it back before they can pass it out, but that's not happening. Spencer will chip it up to Dylan. Dylan hand off to Shane. Shane cross the line. Into the slot, off the post and off the crossbar, and up into the safety net. That was a nice attempt. That was really close. Nice breakaway, nice eyes. Good job, Shane. Do that again. I want to see that one again. Not right now, though, because he's going to the bench. Kyle will take the next drop. Paul Allison and Sam Seeger on wing. Mason and Noah in the background. After the drop, comes back out to Mason at the point. He scuffles a little bit, has to go back and bring it back in. They're whistling it, I guess, offsides. Seems bullshit to me. But they're taking it from the center. The fans are saying all the way down. I didn't see who was over the line. That's why I said it was bullshit. I mean, Haverford fans are very angry about it. They wanted to go all the way down. They felt like that was inconsistent. But I mean, literally, the last time they went all the way down, it was quite blatant. This time, I don't even know who was over the line. I guess I must be looking at it from the wrong angle. That's Noah along the boards up to Sam. Sam up to Kyle. Kyle into the zone. Poked away. They'll turn it back around. Sam, they're going to dump it. Mason will pick it up from our own backyard. Up along the boards. Actually, I thought he was sending it along the boards, but it must have bounced them weird because he ended up getting it back. Knocked away. Kyle winds up off the goalie's blocker into the safety net. Here's somebody screaming at Kyle to shoot it. He shot it. He tried. A little too high. It was a nice teamwork there. Keep doing that. 12:40 left in the second period. We're up 4-1. Ireland takes the drop. Schneider comes up with the puck, but knocked away. It'll be sent back in, and I guess I didn't hear the whistle. That's really weird. I heard something that sounded strange. I guess it was a whistle in hindsight. Jared takes face off. Miles cross to Matt Johnson. Matt up past our boys into the zone. Jared gets it back briefly. It's going to come back out. Matt Johnson's foot race there with number 66, I think. He'll send it back behind the net. Miles picks it up near side. Tries to clear it. Oh, that's 68. Oh, this is like a comedy of errors. Off balance. Miles falls on his ass. Let's see how many errors we can have in a minute. All right. Into the slot. Sticked away by Mellon. Miles. Mellon scoops it in, and he's trying to scoop it in, and the player at the back door pounded it as he scooped it in. That'll put a second point on the board. Johnson sitting there in a submissive, apologetic pose, like he knows he messed something up. He was there at the back door. Did not prevent the shot. All right, the score is 4-2, with 11 minutes and 56 seconds left in the second period. Joey taking the face off. Shane got this puck briefly, but knocked away. Aiden sends it cross ice, hits somebody. Spencer gets it out. There's going to be a penalty there. Officials are going to, I think it's Joey going to the box. Haverford fans calling for 10-2 as Joey goes to the box. I think it's only going to be 2 minutes. Kyle comes out, Jared going back. Kyle and Paul on offense, Aiden and Spencer on D. Out to number 3 at the point. Shoots it in off Mellon's pads. 20 is going to pick up the rebound out the outside of the circle. Center or cross ice pass, 98. Mellon's out of position. Kids are falling all over it. It's going to roll. Somebody got to stick on it and roll all the way through the neutral zone. Their guy's going to bring it back up. Aiden will turn it back around again. Kyle fighting to get possession back. Almost centering pass to Paul. They missed the connection. Number 20 brings it in. Aiden keeps him tripped up. Gets it away. I think it's going to come out to their player at the point. Aiden cross ice to Kyle. Clear ice between him and the goal. Brings it in through the 5-hole. Kyle, short-handed, puts the 5th point on the board for Ashburn. On a breakaway. Number 70 in net for the Haverford. 10:46 left on the second period. Joey's still got a minute 8 left on his penalty. Grayson Catrell will take the faceoff. Jack Klein on offense. Mason St. Ange and Noah Robinson on D. Mason picks it up, cross ice to Noah. Noah passes up to Jack, who just touches it as it goes by, keeping the icing call from happening. They're going to pick it up. Mason slaps at it as he crosses the blue line, keeping the play going. It went spinning in some weird way as it hopped up. Number 7 picking up a pass, drives it across the neutral zone. Can't get a shot off past the defense. Noah chips it along the boards, and I think he's back into the corner fighting for possession of it again. 2-on-1. Falls to his knees, but he's back up. I think they're calling like a hand pass or something. We'll see what happens. So there's actually sending. I'm trying to look at the refs to see what he was calling. The other officials looking confused. I'm confused. The official blew the whistle and just kind of skated off into the distance. He had to come back in and explain to his other official what the whistle was for. It was very odd behavior. He blew the whistle and then just kind of skated off into the middle distance, like sort of loosely making a gesture about a hand pass. I think maybe, I don't know. Other fans are saying, "What's the call?" I don't know what happened there. Jarrett took a face off. Almost got out of the zone. Turned around. 16 takes a shot. Nolan covers it. Good thing he was awake this time. 10 minutes and 1 second left in the second period. We're up 5-2. Joey's got 21 seconds left in his penalty. So we're still on a penalty kill. Jarrett takes the drop. Comes right after the drop through the paint. Nolan watches it go by. I think that was Mason. Clears it. It's going to go all the way down. It'll be not called icing. Number 3 picks it up behind the net. Schneider hustling to try and keep some pressure on him. Can't quite get it away. He'll get it up to number 88. Hits the brakes as Mason comes in to engage. So Mason will get it out to Landon at the center line. Landon hits the gas. Schneider is there to help him. Takes a shot. It's off the goalie behind the net. Schneider picks it up. Tries to feed it back to Landon. It'll be stolen away. Landon tries to get it back. Stopped in the center by Mason. Mason off the board. Up back to Landon. Schneider, hand off. A little scuffle there, and it looks like it's going to go long. Noah will pick it up. Off the boards behind the net. Mason along up to Landon. Landon off the rail, or off the boards. Out to Jarrett. Jarrett in close. Hits the outside of the net, I think. Got the shot off. Up to the point, hand off to Noah. Noah off number 20, goes into the corner. Landon picks it up from there. Landon somebody hammered into the boards. I'm not sure who. Noah fires from the blue line. The goalie's got it covered under his knee. 8 minutes 46 seconds left. We're up 5-2. Tincher with a face-off. Joey's penalty is over, maybe long over. I don't remember how long ago. Paul hammers some poor kid into the boards. Miles gets the puck out back to Paul, chips it off his stick. Sam, back and forth. The two of them are both overskating the puck. I think that's number 8. Turns it around, brings it back in, takes his eye off the puck. With a little bit of help from Miles shoving him from behind, checking him from behind. Miles clears it up to Sam. Sam tries to get it to Paul, intercepted. Paul chases it, tries to get it back. They're going to dump it. It's spinning. Miles falls down as he's off balance. They'll get it to the center. 42 shot, saved by Mellon. Stick save. Noah clears it up to Paul. Paul across to Sam. Sam moves to the attack. Into the zone. Deflected, I think, off the goalie's stick. Ended up behind the net. 53 passes it out to something 4. We moved to the defense at 14, actually. 4 trying hard. It's going to come all the way as he tries to get it to his teammate. Hands it off to Jarrett. Jarrett fires. Goalie stops with his chest, then drops it, covers it. But I would like to report that my toes are numb because it's cold in this rink. Grayson takes the face off. Ireland trips over the feet of the official, I think. Aiden keeps it going, dumps it into the corner. Dylan fighting for it. Grayson gets a shoulder in there, but they're going to turn it around. 5 up to 4. Spencer to 3. Considering Spencer's number 3. 5-4-3. Dylan's out there. Maybe we can get 5-4-3 too. All right, out to Aiden. 77. Up to Ireland at the blue line. Ireland hits the brakes. Centers it. Gets it to Grayson. Grayson fires. Goalie holds on to it. Oop. My camera did something very odd there. took the face-off, immediately got chipped off of some sticks up into the safety net. So we're 6 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second period. We're up 5-2. Joe takes the face-off again. Out to number 16, over to 53. Shane intercepts it, hands it off to Joey. Joey tries to fire it into the slot. Jack, off balance, shoots off the goalie stick into the safety net, or into the glass rather. Shane tries a couple of times to get it up to the slot. Defense is in his way. Annoying, but they're doing their jobs. All right, bounces out. Mason fires from the center. Joey slapping at it on the rebound. Over the net. Shane will pick it up from there. Back, intended for Mason. Intercepted. Mason got to stick back on it before 88 could get very far. 35, that's Shane. I don't know why I'm calling him by this number, because my brain's not working that fast. All right. 74, 79, whatever the guy's number is. Shane gets it out in the neutral zone. Number 3, cross, under pressure from Jack. Joey chips up, and it's going to come out of play. Stop the clock. Alright, I am wondering if it is worth pause the next broadcast. That was my youngest child calling me. Alright, Johnson off balance, but gets it long. Is passing out. Miles gets in the way of the shot. Jarrett gets it back out of the zone. Up to number 20 in the center, in the neutral zone. He'll dump it into the corner. It'll be picked up by Miles. Along the boards. Jarrett picks it up from there. With speed through the neutral zone. Moves to the attack, skates it through, loses his edge, and Landon puts it in off balance, last second pass from Jarrett. Landon putting a 6-point on the board for Ashburn. We're up 6-2. Four minutes, 51 seconds left in the second period. Ashburn's up 6-2. Tincher took the drop, I believe. Sam chases it into the zone. Puck left down as they try to be cleared by. Three players all collide. Paul and 4 and 5. All right, and they did. Paul puts another one in off a pass from Sam Seeger. Just sneaks it past the goalie's toes. He's mad. He's mad. He's yanking on the net. It's not good. We all know you feel bad. That'll put the score 7-2. Dude, Mackey, he's the goalie for the Hawks. Doesn't need the divots for the pegs are like soft enough. They don't need you deliberately knocking the net off just to show you're angry. You feel bad about your screw up. All right, there's I think that was. Well, there you go. That's number 5 hits the brakes. Noah steals it from him, gets it into the neutral zone. Cross to Osterberg, he just reaches, gets it into the zone. He's off balance. Noah's going to pick it back up, backing him up. Goes in hard. There's a deferred penalty. Osterberg is like going to pick a fight. I think Osterberg's going to the box, but so is like the kid who tripped Noah. We'll see what he calls it. We'll see. This kid definitely going, but I think officials are discussing how long they want to send it in for. Haverford fans want it to be a 2, feeling like that would be fair based on the previous call. They're calling it for 2 and 10. It looks like they just called somebody out, or somebody came off the bench. I had a friend who went through Air Force pilot training with me who actually, after he flew for the Air Force, became a priest. Now he's going to law school, which I guess means he'll be a father-in-law. All right, Sam Seeger takes the face off on this Ashburn power play. They'll pass it out. Kyle back to Paul. Back to Kyle. And we move to the attack. Hand off to Shane. Shane cross to Sam. Sam kicks it to himself. Cross ice to Aiden. Aiden looked like he was going to wind up for that wicked slap shot of his, but changed his mind. Sam gets it between his feet almost. Started to look nervous like he was going to flub it. Handed it off to Paul. Paul lost it wide of the net. I think he was hoping somebody might tip it or something. They'll clear it. Sam cross to Aiden. Aiden circles through. Fires. Too high. Off the glass. He almost picked it up. But number 3 got a stick on it. Shane Nutt took it away from him. Back to Aiden. Around behind the net to Shane. Shane gets it up to Sam. Hands it off to him. Sam also fires too high. Comes around to Landon off the glass. Landon back to Shane at the point. Shane's looking for something. Back to Kyle behind the line. Into the paint, or into the slot. Defense knocked it away. Joey set it. Shot by Sam. Deflected wide. That's Landon at the point. Circling. Hands off to Jarrett. Jarrett hits the brakes, tries to spin somebody else, gets it back to Landon. Landon looking, finds the goalie's chest, knocked aside. Jarrett. Back to Aiden in the corner. Aiden cycles out, across to Landon. Landon tries to sneak it through to Jarrett. He's going to sit it off the outside of the net, behind the net. Comes back to him. And the power play's over. Jarrett over to Aiden. Aiden fires. And, I thought it was in for a second. From my perspective, it looked like it was. But Joey loses it. Defense will clear it. It'll be icing probably. Yep. Minute 35 left in the second period. We're up 7-2 after a long, hard-fought power play where we got a lot of opportunities but could not think it. I heard Bill Gates went and walked into a dive bar, and for a brief moment, in that one location, the average person was a billionaire. All right, I think Grayson took the face off. Hawks came up with it. They will chase it all the way down. Paul, I think, actually no, sorry, that's Spencer trying to take it away from him. Grayson hovering nearby with Jack along the boards. It's going to come out off the outside of the net and bounces it up where Dylan hands it up to Grayson. Grayson hits the gas, skates through the neutral zone. Jack on his wing. Almost loses it. He takes his eye off the puck. He'll dump it back behind the net. Let Jack take care of it from there. Jack gets hammered by the defense. Around to 14. 14. Cross ice. Gets it to 68, but Mason's there to steal it from him. Pauses a beat to make sure his teammates are clear of the zone. Spencer dumps it. Lets Jack see if he can outskate somebody. 15 over to 16, up to 44. He will ice it. They let the clock run for an extra 5 seconds for no really good reason. Just, inattentiveness. I would say that my toes are numb, but they are so cold, I'm not even sure I have toes. Pincher with face-off. He's going to come back out and unfortunately past Matty Johnson. He'll go back for it, sends it out into the neutral zone. Matty redeems himself by getting it back, finding it up to Paul. Bounces past both Paul and the player at the point. I think Matty and looks like there's maybe coincident penalties. Both Johnson and one of the Hawks are heading to the bench. I stopped watching as I watched the puck come back. So it's going to be 5-on-5 as they both... Some kind of fight happened in the backfield there as the play moved elsewhere. 18.7 seconds left in the period. Kyle takes the face off. It's going to go back into the backfield. Spencer. I think that's number 20. Loses it under pressure from Spencer. He's going to send it around the boards. See if they can get to it in time to do anything. It looks like Paul gets it out. Maybe with help from Aiden, I'm not sure. And that's it. Paul took the shot after the buzzer. And yeah, Paul's gonna get it. Paul's going in the box for shooting after the buzzer. His dad and other parents commenting that he deserves that, and it was dumb, which it was. It occurs to me that I do have a hot cup of coffee. I'm complaining about how cold it is. But I know I have an empty cup of coffee. There's an empty cup of cold cup of coffee at the bottom. I can tell if someone's judgmental just by looking at them. Grayson Cantrell taking the face off. The Hawks try to pass it to their defense who just missed. Alright, they'll pass it back up, and number 3 moves to the attack. He's been number 16 tries to send it. Grayson's in the way. They're saved by Mellon. They'll get it up to number 88 at the blue line, keeps the offensive play going. Ashburn is on a power play with Paul in the box for shooting after the buzzer. Aiden fighting tooth and nail to get that puck away. Can't quite get it, but kept him from doing much. 16, this time Aiden did knock it away from him. They'll end up dumping it behind the net. Spencer, friendly shove from behind. I think that's 16 also. Spencer chips at it as the kid's trying to get oriented on the puck. Spencer locking it up, trying hard. Burning time off the penalty. Trying to kick it out. They're poking at it hard. Grayson comes in to help from behind. Eventually it will squirt out. And looks like Spencer will hammer it around the boards. 88 turns it back around into the backfield, giving Aiden a chance to send it out with some alacrity. And almost got it clear, but they came back in. 16. Through the slot, high stick call on one of their players who was standing there in the paint. The clock is running. I don't know if that's, I guess we're... I guess the running clock is intentional. Some discussion here. The scorekeeper took Paul's penalty off the box, off the board. I guess it was just running out or something like that. I don't know. I missed what happened there. All right. Sorry for the camera angles here. I'll pay more attention to what I'm doing. Mason backhands it over to Miles. Miles brings it up a bit, looking for something, tries to get it to Jarrett. It goes past him as Jarrett takes his eye off it. It'll be deemed playable. Schneider back to Landon in the corner. Landon is the center where Jarrett couldn't. The defense got it away before Jarrett get the shot off. Number 5 moves to the attack. Miles, or actually that's Mason. Miles is in there too. Mason behind the net, trying to kick it away. Jarrett will get it along the boards up. Official has to jump out of, and that's going to be icing on the Hawks. We got 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Still counting, running clock here. I'm not sure what the specific rule is, but we're in the third period and we're up by 5. We've got 7-2. So I forget the AHF rules for running clock, but we've obviously triggered it. I think it's if it's 5 points or somebody's up. I think they only do it in the third period, if I recall. Dylan chips it back to Aiden. They're going to clear it, or gets it through. 7's got a clear shot. Millen saves it. Nice job. Spencer fighting to get back. He'll get it up out of the zone. Pass up to 7. Sends it in. Aiden along the board to Shane. Shane drops and then finds a cross-ice pass back behind Dylan, but he go back and forth there with Spencer. Spencer trying to get back to Dylan. He wasn't in the same spot anymore. Spencer picks it up at the point, dumps it back. Grayson up to Dylan, slapping at it. He's going to come back out. Spencer along the boards, behind the net. Shane will pick it up. Cross to Spencer. Back out to Aiden. Aiden tries to sneak it through and finds it! Putting an 8th point on the board. Aiden Harrison from the blue line. Maybe somebody tipped it as it went by, but I'm giving that one to Aiden. Nice, just wrister found a hole. Let's see if I do a little lip reading here and see if you can see. 77. That's all I can see on his lips. So Cal took the face off. It comes back to Paul. 88 sneaks it away from him. I think that's Mason got it away from 88. Hands it back to Paul. Paul hits the gas, drives it through the neutral zone. Can't get around the defenders. 15 will get it away from him along the boards. Kyle picks it up before something can happen. Before he can leave the zone. Still fighting there with Paul. I wasn't even watching what was happening. Ashburn fans are yelling at Paul. Paul's mad that this other kid is 88, D'Ambrosio, and Paul both going to the box, I think.
Your interior light is on in your car.
Thanks. I've been notified that my interior light is on. Hopefully the car will still start. It's a Prius. It's got a lot of power. Although, I think the interior lights run off of the secondary battery, which if it runs down, it does cause problems. Mason fires it in, tries to wrister in from the point. 86 intercepts it, passes it up to 44. Noah knocks it away. Up to the line where Grayson hits the gas. Gets it up to Sam. Fires. Goalie holds on to it. 10 minutes and 13 seconds counting down. 8-2. Mason along the boards. Hawks get it. They'll get it up out to Noah. Past Noah at the point. 68. Brings it in. Shoots way wide. That one reached for it, I think, because he was bored. I mean, it wasn't remotely near the net. Although this is Olympic ice, which does kind of mess the goalies up sometimes. I know Luke's complained about sometimes everything just looks different. You're trying to remember where you are relative to the net and the players. Doesn't seem to me like it would be that big of a difference, but I don't know. I'm not a goalie. All right, that's Noah, I think, chipping along the boards. Got it up to Kyle, over to Sam, or at least intended to Sam, bounced past him. He'll feed it back to Kyle behind the net. Kyle, off balance, loses it. Grayson helps out, seals it back. Circles around, 68. I think they're getting tired out here. They're looking a little sloppy. 68 up to the line. Mason picks it up from there. A little fancy skating, tries to spin 14 out. Off the glass, he'll dump it. Goalie knocks it aside. Both teams realize we know what the outcome's going to be here. Johnson up along the boards to Shane. Shane, you know, I think like point differential of goals against can count in some of these things. So I think it hit maybe one of our players with their equipment as they were on the bench. I think it left the playing surface or something like that. As much as I'm having fun narrating this game, I will be eager for this to end because 1, I'm very cold. 2, apparently my dome light is on. And 3, I'm very cold. Alright. 3 tries to clear it. Jack snaps it down. They're going to pass it back up to 20, across to 44. Hits the post. Miles tangled up with his opposite evil twin. 44, hits him again. A little chippiness. Friendly though. Shane. Cross to Matt Johnson. Into the zone. They're going to turn it around. It'll go long. Hits the official skate as it goes by because he doesn't know how to get out of the way. Miles. Up to Landon. I think that's Landon. No, it skates like Jack. That's Jack. I should be able to read their numbers. Alright. Out. Johnson. Cross off the boards to Miles. Miles up to Joey. Joey skates it into the zone. Behind the net, we got 7 minutes to go. Spencer back to Joey. How do we end up with so much time in this game? It just seems like it. I guess anytime we have this is a good thing they do running clock. Spencer, cross to Jarrett. Maybe just because I'm uncomfortable. Will tries to send it in. Spencer. Shane up to Jarrett. Jarrett hits the brake, spins out the kid, tries to center it. They're going to intercept it. It'll go long. 86 runs. Nice save by Mellon. Spencer chips it along the boards up to Will. Will up to Jarrett. There's a Snyder gets it back to Jarrett. Jarrett gets knocked by 15. Oh, so that's Landon. Landon, I don't feel like I usually see Landon picking fights, but he's definitely having some work with that kid. 88, gets tangled up with Spencer. The two of them both go down. Aiden comes in, poking at it. 88 comes over the puck. Centering pass, intercepted by Landon. Hits the gas gates into the neutral zone, brings it in, shoots wide of the net. Jarrett tries to pick up the rebound. It's going to come back to Landon. And there's a little fight happening with Jarrett. Kid just clobbered him long after the play. I didn't see what Jarrett did, to be honest. did not see what Jared did, but I saw the kid like trying to fight him. '15 is in the box. Officials didn't see it. A lot of claims that he threw a punch you. Alright, somebody. Coach Flurry is asking. Coach Flurry is asking, who do you want in the box? The official doesn't know. They don't know who to, like, they want to send somebody else to. Alright, Landon is going to the box. Serving a penalty that I think was almost certainly for Jarrett. Or Schneider is coming up talking to him, so I'm not sure who. I didn't see the first half. I just saw the kid counterattacked, I think, was on Jarrett. Alright. Grayson's taking the face off. We got score of 8-2 on the board still. 4 minutes, 22 seconds left. And the clock is not running through all that controversy. So, like, they're... Noah along the boards to Joey. Joey. Nice to Dylan. Right at the paint. She tried to tip it in. The back door didn't work. 14 gets it past Mason, but Mason's out in front of him. Turns around, Mason hits the gas and will skate it behind the net. He's coming in fast. Mason into the zone. Through the legs to number 3. Tries to center it. Nice save by the goalie. Joey picks it up. Out to Noah at the point. Noah through the legs. Stop by the goalie off his pads. Actually, probably his stick was there. Mason along the boards. Dumps it behind the net. Number 5 turns it around past Dylan. 14 will pick it up in the corner. And then intercepted by Joey. Grayson skates it behind the net, looking for something. Out to Noah, it's going to go past him. He just was like standing in the wrong place, just like couldn't turn fast enough. Alright, Mason, Noah had a little stick shuffle there. Kyle takes it, puck across the zone. I think Sam got it to him. Over tipped by Dylan. Back out to Sam. Sam tried to shoot. Defense knocked him aside. Out to the blue line and dumped. Miles will chase it. This time there will be an icing call. 2:41 left. Clock still running. We're 8-2. Matt Johnson keeps it in the zone, along the board. Puck bounces behind the net, number 9, I think. Will get it. Tries to get past Kyle. He gets it up to the point. Miles turns around. It's going to bounce past Miles. Number 20. I think Paul got a stick in there and flicked it back, but they're going to come back and re-attack. They're going to send it long. And stopped by Mellon. Hands it off to Maddie. Maddie up to Paul. Paul out to Kyle. Kyle getting shoved by number 7. Kyle lost the glove. Goes back for it. Teammates stalling a little bit. They'll get it up to Sam. Sam off the board. Under pressure, hands it back to Matt. Matt across to Miles. Miles skates around some kid, gets it up to the blue line. Gets tripped. Goes down hard. Jarrett tangled, got hit in the head with somebody's stick. Out. Falls the point. Gets it through the legs of Sam, I think. Trying to pass it himself. Spencer tries to send it. Number 20 is going to look for something. Miles is trying to poke at it. Miller knocks it aside. Miles clears it. It's going to go long. We got 1:04 left. Number 8 plays it. Sam is there. Jarrett picks it up. Tries to get it to the center where 20 stops it. Should have let it go, maybe. I guess he had possession, handed it off to his teammate, who sent it wider than that. Aiden picks it up. Long pass intended for Schneider. They're going to send it long. Both teams getting sloppy at this point. Everyone wants this game to be over. Alright, Jarrett fighting. Aiden fighting. Noah. And they put a point in. Sloppy. That'll make the score 8-3. Clock's still running, and we're probably going to let it run out before we get another drop. That's it. We'll call this one. Everybody's just landing the ice. We let this one run out. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to end this one fast because I'm freezing to death. And thanks for watching. We will be playing again tomorrow against the Igloo Jaguars, who are probably our toughest competitor on this till we get to the finals, if we get to the finals. They're not going to do a handshake line, I guess maybe because of COVID. They're just going to face each other and slap kicks. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11:40 Eastern Time. And don't forget to be awesome. Don't do anything I would enjoy.